kind of ironic that a white man is wearing a woman for Trump and a feminist for Trump when I consider myself a feminist. And
did you just assume my gender?
How dare you?
You said white man.
Okay, I see your point there.
How do you know I'm not a woman?
I see your point. I see your point.
You need to check your white privilege, your white female privilege, I think.
You think?
A little bit. I actually identify as a non-binary, gender-fluid dragonkin.
Are you trying to make up, are you just trying to be funny now? Or?
Like part dragon, like I can breathe fire, and sometimes I flap my wings and I whoosh into the sky.
This is the way they want to live, where you can just pick and choose what gender you are. Or I can identify as a millionaire, and I want my bank account to respect that. But they go around assuming everyone else's gender, but they believe that. So if they believe it, why do they go around assuming everyone else's gender? And when you flip the script on them, they're lost for words. It's hilarious.
Sir, hey, you're assaulting. That's assault there, buddy. If we did that to somebody, I know you'd be crying about it, right? Because you're called a hypocrite. You don't know how to be a man. You don't have any children, do you? You can't even take care of yourself, much less a child. You have no responsibility, no sense of virtue, no sense of masculinity. You've been emasculated. You don't know how to protect women. You don't know how to protect children. No, you don't. If we wanted to do something to this abortion clinic, you wouldn't stop us. We are restraining ourselves because we're law-abiding people. You guys are not restraining us in the least bit of way. You're not protecting this clinic, okay? You're a coward. You couldn't protect your way out of a paper bag. If we wanted to toss you down the hill, we'd toss you down the hill, and you wouldn't be able to do anything about it. It's the fact that we are self-disciplined men who actually restrain ourselves and abide by the law is the reason that you haven't gotten hurt today, because you're not a man, you're a coward. You're a little boy that has not grown up. You've been raised in a self-centered, materialistic, consumer-driven culture. All you know how to do is consume. You don't know how to take care of anybody. You don't know how to produce or build anything of value and substance. So I hope you grow up and become a man.
He taught him more in 30 seconds than his dad taught him in his entire life. And it's true. Why are all these people who complain about everything in life are the least productive people in society? It's always the case.
I'm an immigrant from Eastern Europe, and I've been here for 10 years and a little bit. And if anybody would have told me 10 years ago that I would come a day where I would live in America and American citizens would be in favor of communism, I would have laughed in their face. So obviously I have my own opinion about why this is happening, but what is your take? Why do you think US citizens, man, are in favor of communism in America? It feels that it's getting more and more.
What country are you from?
Romania.
Romania. So Ceausescu, you know all about. So I'm curious, what would your message be to young socialists that don't know what communism is?
If you don't learn from history, nothing will save you.
What, and so let me ask you, your family grew up in Romania and had to go through all those horrors.
Yeah.
And most people are totally unfamiliar with the actual suffering, the actual difficulty, the actual issues that people had because of communism. And it's very interesting that Americans that have never had to wait in bread lines until now, that have never had to actually understand what suffering is, they are very quick to try to shut down and shout down opinions they disagree with. But I want to actually ask you, I want you to just say very briefly, what was it like for your family to grow up in these sort of ideas? Why do you hate communism? Why? Because of the suffering that your family went through?
So obviously I was only 1 year old when communism ended in Romania, so I can't really speak from previous experience, but I have yet to meet anybody in my home country that was in favor of communism. So let me put it this way. When they came in power, they seized all private property. FYI. And after that, you had punch card guys to get bread.
Yes.
And you would be rationed based on the size of your family. No meat, no eggs, no stuff like that. And like I said, nobody's in favor of it, except...
So let me ask you a question. Are you thankful that you live in America?
Yeah.
That's what 100%. Makes you different than them. Thank you. Appreciate you being here tonight, man. Thank you.
He is talking facts, and that's coming from someone whose parents escaped communism. Not once have you ever seen someone try and escape capitalism and flee to somewhere like North Korea. have you? Never. No one ever tries to escape and go to a communist country. But for some reason, all these young entitled people who are reaping the rewards of modern day capitalism, for some reason they're trying to promote communism, which has killed over 100 million people in the last 100 years. But they think they know best. But at the same time, they've produced nothing. All they do is consume and reap the benefits of the system they're in, whilst complaining that it's not a good system. It's hilarious. You need to learn from history. It does not work.
If you have people who are saying, I have an idea, let's castrate the next generation. Let's sexually mutilate children. I'm sorry, that's not a political debate. What? It has nothing to do with politics. What's the outcome we're desiring here? An androgynous population? Is that really what are we arguing for that? I don't think anyone could defend that as a positive outcome. But the weight of the government and a lot of corporate interests are behind that.
I don't believe in big government, right? I believe
you don't.
No government.
No government. So you're an anarchist.
Yes. I believe in voluntary hierarchy and democracy.
What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do? Get off the grid and just go live like that right now.
Well, the Amish are religiously excluded.
No, forget the religious component. Well, but the Amish are a great example.
It's incredibly difficult to just pick up everything that you have, leave, and go into.
So you want to tell me how to live?
What I'm saying is that there are people that are literally starving, and that if you had extra houses and they literally just came and occupied the houses that you are not using, they are justified because you are being a massive asshole.
If someone forcefully takes away something that is sedentary, not being used in that purpose, it is a rightful means of theft.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you don't believe in private property rights?
No, I do not.
You don't believe in private property rights, so we're getting somewhere. So you're not a libertarian, my friend. Libertarians believe...
I'm not a libertarian in the American... I'm not a libertarian in the capitalist sense. I'm not a libertarian in the American sense.
So stop using the word, because you're anything but it.
To summarise this kid is basically too lazy to do anything himself, so he believes he's entitled to other people's belongings that they've worked hard for. He wants to leech off society. I mean, it's crazy that this is what the kids are like in college. Like, what are they teaching them in there? Give him $1 million and you watch how he becomes the most selfish capitalist you've ever seen.
Is it gay to date a trans woman? Let's find out.
Hell yeah! What in the hell do you mean? Is it gay to date a trans woman? Yes!
Yeah. In my opinion, yeah.
For sure, that's gay as shit. Yeah.
Why?
This is a good question. That's a really good question.
I know.
I mean, I don't know, because they have a dick.
Trans woman? Is it... Who's sticking it what in what?
You tell me.
Alright, so is she a he or is he or she?
So, biologically a man.
Right, so it's got a cock and balls.
Yes.
Is it gay to date him?
Yes.
For me?
Yes.
Yes.
What is a woman?
What is it? That's a stupid question, dude. That's a dumb question.
What is a woman? It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Someone who identifies as a woman.
You can't answer the question with the question. Yeah, define the woman without saying woman.
It's a social
You're in college, paying for an education. What is a woman?
How about you talk to someone with media training? Huh? How about you talk to someone?
You don't need media training. It's not a trick.
Well,
what is a woman?
Someone who identifies as a woman.
You can't answer the question with the...
What are you talking about?
It's the college kids of America going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt who think it's a trick question when you ask them what a woman is.
What does it mean to be trans?
I don't know. I've never can get an answer to that question.
I'm asking you.
Well, you just claimed you're trans.
I am trans.
And I'm asking you what that means.
What does it mean to you?
Well, I would tell you that transition is something
Don't
you do.
tell me Wait, you don't tell anybody
Okay, well, you asked what it means.
You literally just asked us to tell you what it means.
You have the opportunity here to, like, educate a couple 100,000 people online about what it means to be trans.
Educate people online.
Educate people online about what?
Well,
why are you blocking this? Why are you blocking it? Why are you here? What message do you want to give people?
Okay, here's the message.
We're listening.
Y'all are a bunch of fascists using transgender medicine as a spearhead for your fascist takeover of the country because you're patriarchal white supremacists, and this is just what it is, and y'all know what it is.
Why are we're white supremacists? What is your evidence for even saying that, besides just being a jerk to us?
White, right?
You're white.
And like white supremacy,
are you a white supremacist?
The tip of the spear of white supremacy is anti-transgender.
These are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes. Make elevators and hallways spacious to allow for easy movement of larger individuals and those utilizing mobility devices.
It's okay that she chooses to be that fat, but it's up to the rest of the world to cater to her lifestyle choices. I mean, you could just lose weight, but no, she wants companies to reconstruct their entire buildings to accommodate her. How is this gonna work? What, should every hotel in the whole world knock down the building and rebuild it with wider hallways, just in case you decide to use that hotel one day in the future? I mean, what they need to do is make the door wider for the gym so she can get a fat ass in there.